So to go, I would say 4x in range 0 to 4, and then we say here if statement Tojo, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, this is what you wanted to tell me, right?
Yes.
Okay, so with this if statement we are able to get the name, right? So how to get the name? How to get the name?
Well, then the lowest name, maybe you could have a variable for it, would be the student marks. 0, comma, lowest.
So tell me what to change here. We need to change something here.
You changed the second one to lowest and the first one to
Why
0.
need to do that? Wait. No, tell me your logic here.
Oh, wait. The second one needs to be 0. And
Yes.
the first needs to be
X, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's perfect. Okay, now you have full understanding. So, and again, what do we need to change if you want to get the highest number from this code?
You'll just have to change to equals highest, is equal to highest.
Yes.
And the variable name would change as well.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. And do we need to change anything here? Tigo? No? Okay, Tigo, I would like to ask you, are we able to put 2 if statements? So Tigo, if I want to add the 2 codes here like that, so I would say here lowest and here lowest. So should I put else if or should I put if?
Else if.
Yes, else if will work, and also if will work. Yes, yes, typically yes. Else if, so yes, else if will do the job, and if also will do the job. Yeah. Okay, good. So it's clear, right? Should proceed.
Yes.
Okay. I would say also, so here it's more tougher for you. I mean, or not tough. Actually, the pseudocode should go with the same concept. You should change this by 1, like we said, right? So there is no, and also when you want to get the lowest and highest, also you should do the same. But again, Tuju, again, there is no next X and there is no next Y and there is no end if. I mean, as you know, I mean, this is what we are talking about all the time, right?
Yes. Okay.
Okay, good. Let me see what else. So there was something that we talked about, reading from a text file. Although so far this is not, it is a syllabus. not many questions that ask this kind of not many exam questions that we have talking about text. There is, but not much. But again, it's still in the syllabus. I see that you need some kind of revision here, because the syntax that you put is not perfect. So let me think if I should just give you this one. So told you in the pseudocode, I would say, let me see here. So if you want to write a file, so you need to always put for write. So you open the file for write, or open it for read, like here. Or for append, if you want to only append, but you have to write something here. Okay, you cannot just simply only open the file alone. Okay, and then if you want to write, so you write file, and then whatever text that you want to put, you should put here. If you want to read the file, then whatever you want to read, it will be stored here for you, and then you can output, or you can use it with whatever. So here, read file, write file, open for read or write or append. Okay. Okay, let me see if I put your code here. Let me see. So that is your code, Tigo. That is what you wrote. So you just open the file, but I'm not sure it's for what. It's for reading, for writing, for appending, or for what? Okay, and if you open it for reading, you cannot simply write. You have to. You cannot do the two operations at the same time. You can only open for read, or for write, or for append, not two at the same time. Okay, so this means that this code it's totally wrong. So now let me have a look first at how it looks like to do that in Python. So if you want to write in Python, so you have to, this is the way, this is the way. I have no doubt of your understanding, Tojo, but I have doubt of you providing the perfect answer on the paper. So here you open the file, but you never tell it's for write or for reading, or for appending. Okay, so you open it like that, and then you have to write. So you use whatever variable that you use to open the file here to write or to read, like that. So the variable name should be used with write function or read function. Does this make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay, and so here text line, you can use it. Yeah, you can write just text line, fine. You can read, you can use a read, it's fine. Let me see. What I wanted to share with you. There is another function that's called read line. So it means that you're able to read the thing line by line. Okay, and in certain cases, if you want to just not read the whole file one shot, you want to read line by line, and that was the case that I requested, then you should, instead of using the function read, you should use the one that is called read line. So Tuju, let me just to confirm, because now there is no chances that we wait. Let me try to open that and go through it very fast here. So Tuju, you can see my screen, right? So
Yes.
so it's telling me here that we have 3 modes of operating files. Sorry, here we said read mode, write mode, and append mode. Let me go through it so that I can share with you. This is right. This is Yeah. So to do this is for append. So if you are writing to an existing file, then you have to use append A. Just now I show you the W and the R. This is for write, this is for read. Okay. So that if I write like that, this line, it will be appended towards the end of the file. Does this make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay. So then let me go to the next and the most important thing here. Yeah. Open right. Yeah. So a way to read. So typically, if you want to read, so you need to know the number of lines that inside the file. So if there is 10 lines inside the file, so you need to make a for loop and you need to tell it in a range from maybe from 0 to 10 or from 0 to 8. It depends on the number of lines. But if you don't know the content, how many lines inside the file, so you can do like that, like same like you have done in your answer. Okay. But you have in your answer, you have mixed write with read. Okay. And if you want to read line by line, like what it is doing here, and you can use a strip to remove the spaces in what you are reading. Okay.
Okay.
So typically, sometimes the file, when you're putting text, it appends a space at the end, and if you want to use if statement to check if the line contains maybe 600 or 700 or even a certain name, it will not run correctly with if statement. So sometimes you use a strip. The strip will remove any spaces in the front part of the sentence or the end part of the sentence. So it will make your if statement after this part work perfectly. Okay, because any spaces at the front or at the end will not make your if statement work. Let me again, let me go through this. New line, yes. So actually, somehow the answer of what you provided should be here. I mean, this is the correct answer. We should loop through a file. Okay, we should open it for reading first, and then we should create a flag. The flag should tell me is what I'm searching for, I find it or not. Definitely, you can create a meaningful variable. You can create maybe found flag or name found or whatever, but you have to create a flag. It's a Boolean flag. Okay. So, and then we loop through the file that we opened in the read mode. So we read line by line, and then we make an if statement that we compare. So if I'm searching for a student name, let's call Joe, for example. So I would say here, I'm searching, I read the line, I strip it, clean it from spaces, and then I search for Joe or whatever name that I want to search for. Jojo, are you following up with me?
Yes.
Okay, and then if I find it, and if the if statement is evaluated to true here, then I should set my flag to true. Okay, I can add a print or not. It is up to you. In your case, if you're writing in the exam, no need to print unless he really state that you should print something. And then I get my flag. I open again I should close the file first. Okay, so I would say file close. I close the file here with the file name here. I close it. Okay, file.close, and then I open the file again for appending. But it's based on my flag. If I didn't find what I'm searching for, then I should add it. But if I find it, then I should do nothing. If it is true, if Joe is already inside the file, I should not add it anymore, right? Here, it will. If it is false, it will go to the end of the file and add whatever I want to add here. Okay, is it clear?
Okay. Yes.
So now you see the difference between this and your sorry, between your answer here. So now it is clear to you, right? This is not correct.
Yes.
Okay. So let me see. Unfortunately, I didn't write. Yeah, sometimes I didn't write the statement exactly that we are trying to achieve. So let me see, Tojo. Give me a second, please. I would like to check the exercise itself. Because okay, let me share the file with you. So Tego, this is exactly the question that we are talking about. So we said we use this file, high score, okay, for it's used for high achieving students. The file store a name student on a single line followed by his score, okay, and we need to read all the student names and scores from the file and storing them in a 2D array. You said to me, I don't know how to do this, so let me then go through the code. So can you see this 2D array? So I don't mind that you don't use this kind of complicated form to initialize array. It's fine. Just use the simplest way to initialize the 2D array. That's not the big deal here. But just as a reminder, this part should initialize the column. And how many columns I will write here. So this is 2, it means 2 columns. It is 3 columns, I will do it like that. A range here, it is for initializing the number of rows. So here I'm initializing a 2D array that have 2 columns and maybe 10 rows. Okay, does this make sense? Tojo?
Yes.
Okay. So here I'm reading the text file and I'm doing this way. So again, I know that I would like to put the name here and the mark here. So if I'm doing this way, so I'm looping only through the rows. So for every row, I put the first, I read the first line. I know that the student name is stored this way. So in the text file, so this is a student name and his mark. And then this is a student name and his mark. Okay, so for every row, I read the line and strip it and store it here, which normally the first line will be the name. So I store it here. And you see here, I'm putting the second column. I'm getting the mark. I'm storing it on the second column. So I read 2 lines for every time I loop. So this is for every time I loop, I read 2 lines, and so on until the end. Does this make sense to you?
Yes.
So this is how I can do it in Python. But I would like you also to write it down in pseudocode if you don't mind. So I will leave that part to you. Pseudocode is, you really need to, I need to see that, oh, you're perfecting your skills in the pseudocode. Okay. So so I put more privilege on the exam than the object oriented. Object oriented, I talk to you from here until tomorrow about object oriented, but again, that will never come to you in the exam. If you study AS and A level, yes, I will teach you then the object oriented. I mean, I don't mind teaching you, but after we we settle the exam priority. Exam is a priority, am I right?
Yes.
So if we see that there is a touches that we need to do here, then we should settle that first. So so this is one of the exam parts that I provided you, right? Sorry, the homework exercise. Can you still remember, Tojo?
Yes, I think so.
So this is question number 6. Okay. So he's telling, okay, the pseudocode represents an algorithm, and this is exactly an exam question. The predefined function div gives you the value of the result of an integer division. Okay. And then he gives you an example. You did answer actually this part. This is correct. It's fine. Okay. But you didn't answer, you didn't state the purpose of this algorithm. So this algorithm is basically...
I wasn't sure what the purpose was. I couldn't figure it out.
Sorry again? You didn't read that?
I couldn't figure out the purpose.
Oh, okay. Yes. So basically, this is an algorithm to find prime numbers. Okay. I know it is tricky. This is, I mean, yes, you might have understood what is this code is doing, and I think it's fine. You managed to answer that P part, but stating the purpose, yes. So that is for finding prime numbers. Okay. Let me see what else we can do here. Yeah. So I would say 173. Did you, Tigo, you have seen this exam question before? Two-dimensional 2D array account contains account holders, names, and password for banking program. You didn't see it before?
No, I haven't.
But that was from June 2023.
Okay.
Tojo, wait. I would be interested to know the exam question that you are seeing or you're solving.
Okay.
Can you please share with me after the class, either by email? You email me what you have solved so far.
Well, the link. This is the link from the ones I saw.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Yep. So the one that you saw, yes, this is so that is the answer here. Actually, this is the question number 13. So yes, typically this is, but so this is the exam question, and the problem here, or like what I told you, he is answering it for you here in pseudocode, and he is finding. Let me share with you here. Ah, now I understand. I think yeah, I got what you mean. So let me think. So it means that you never saw that that question. Okay, I got it. Ah. So I would say that these kind of questions at Tigo, you really need to practice. Is heavy. It's a heavy question, and it's not heavy because of the coding itself. It's heavy um, because of the details that you write, and you need to translate that from normal thing into coding. And again, he provides the answer for you as a pseudocode. And so can I give you I will not send you, because we are having tomorrow another session. So I will not send you a homework, but I need two things from you. I will say the exam that you shared with the link with me, they have a question number 13. This question is answered in pseudocode. But for you to answer it in pseudocode, that will take a lot of time from you. So I believe your skills in the Python, yes, we need to touch your skills in Python. Sorry, in pseudocode. But I say that you have a higher chance to finish fast and to get that done very well, properly in Python, more than the pseudocode. So I would say he provided you with a mark scheme. Does he provide you with the exam questions or only the answers?
The answers are there as well.
So the questions also is there, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I would say the pseudocode answer that he provided you, I would like you to work on converting that on a pseudocode. Sorry, from pseudocode to Python, convert it to Python. So and then I would say I will send you also that that question also. I will send it to you, and yeah, maybe I will send that to you, and I would like you also to try to answer it in Python, because if you don't do this kind of practice for this scenario, I think you will face a problem then, because this is a long question. You see how long is that? That's quite long, and you see that you see how long is the answer. This is just this is a long answer that I even wanted to work with you uh, together to convert from the pseudocode to working Python. Because if you want to find averages, if you want to find a minimum and a maximum, that can be easily done in Python. So what do you think? What inside your heart you want to answer this kind of question in Python or pseudocode?
Well, I find Python easier too.
Okay, so this means that my finding, okay, that's good. So let me have a look with you then. So like what yeah, so a two-dimensional 2D array account contains account holders. It contains names and password for a Python program. A 2D array account details has 3 columns containing the following details. So he have two 2D arrays. One is called account, one is called account details. And this have 2 columns and this have 3 columns. So one column store the balance, the amount of money in the account, for example, 250. And column 2 stores overdraft limit, the maximum total amount of account holder can borrow from the bank after the account. So I told you we have less than 9 minutes. So let me try to summarize what's going on here. So again, Column 2 stores the overdraft limit. Column 3 store the withdrawal limit. So the amount of money that can be withdrawn at one time is, for example, 200. So we have here three columns, right? One stores the balance, one overdraft, one with the withdrawal limit. The amount of money in a bank account can be negative, overdrawn, but not more than the overdraft limit that's stated by here. So for example, an account with an overdraft limit 100 must have a balance that is greater than or equal to 100. Okay?
Okay.
And here, so okay, we should provide suitable errors, and yeah, the bank. So yeah, provide suitable errors displayed if the withdrawal cannot take place. For example, if the overdraft limit or the size of the withdrawal is exceeded, the bank account ID gives the index of each account holder data held in the 2D arrays. So for example, account ID 20, does he mention account ID anywhere? Or only here? So it's only here. Okay. He only talked only about account and account details. So this is the 2D arrays that he having. And he is telling you that the index that is given by the account ID will be used in the 2D arrays. So he said account ID gives you index of each account held in these two ways, and then account ID 20 can get you the account details of the holder. So account here, we give you the username and the password, and account details will give you access to the three columns here, the balance and the overdraft limit and the withdrawal limit that is already mentioned here. So do you feel that this is something easy that you can understand easily if you don't practice? This is my I want to understand that, because I see no. What do you think? Of course you are smart enough. I can yeah, of course. But tell me, is that easy?
I wouldn't say it's that hard, but I don't think it's easy either.
Okay. So this guy wants so again, he doesn't give you here any data. So he's everything here will depend on your dynamically getting things done. So he telling you, okay, the size here contains the number of accounts. He doesn't give you any number. So if you want to loop, you have to use this as a variable, as a content of the number of accounts. He doesn't give you how many accounts we have. Okay, and he doesn't give you any contents for the array. So everything have to be designed dynamically. So the arrays and the variable size have already been set up, and the data have been stored, and he never shared it. Write a program that meets the following requirement: check the account ID exists and the name and the password entered in the account holder. So it have to be checked here in this 2D array account. Okay, and then match the name and the password stored in the account. Okay, before any action can be taken place. And then he asks you to display a menu showing the 4 actions available for the account holder to choose from. And this is the menu. And show an action to be chosen and completed. Each action is completed by a procedure. So here, if you want to display the balance, we need to create a procedure. This means that we need to create a method or function in Python. To withdraw money, you also need to create a function or a procedure. To deposit money, you also need to do the same. So certain checks that you need to do, he is requiring you to do it, and he doesn't give you any other details. Okay, so I would say I will pass you that, and then please send me the answer, and then we discuss it. Okay. So now, did you understand? Can you tell me now what you need to do?
You want me to send you the answer to this question in Python?
Yes. And what about the one that you shared with me the link with so the one that you shared with me in the chat, you can see my screen?
Yes.
Is it you can see the I entered the Cambridge website?
No, I can't see that.
Okay. You can see my screen now, I believe. And
yes.
Okay. So for here, this is the one that I just opened a while ago. And then when I open it here, yes, he answers the question, the scenario question about the students in pseudocode. I would like you to do it in Python. Okay. And my advice to you, Tego, when you try to answer something, this is programming. Write down. Do you answer writing down things? So do you yes. Look at the exam question and write down the answer?
Yes.
Okay, then it's perfect. Okay, because if you are checking the question and reading the answer, this does not help at all. So okay, so I asked you to translate to me, solve this question, the scenario question in Python, and also the question that I will send to you. Okay. So now I would like to ask you what you need me to prepare for you tomorrow to benefit you. What you feel more benefit. But don't tell me that you want to see the object oriented before we settle. I need to see that your answers is acceptable or have no mistakes. Because I mean, you put an effort already. You already put a lot of effort to get the A. So if you don't achieve it, then I think me and your mother will be sad. So tell me, how can I benefit you tomorrow?
Maybe a review of the pseudocode syntax would be useful.
Again, sorry. Serial
a review
code?
Of the pseudocode syntax, the different
you mean what is the serial code? Is you're talking about pseudocode?
Yeah, pseudocode.
Okay, pseudocode syntax. Okay, that makes sense. And then yeah, I will try to find for you some exam questions, because what you have is quite limited. Let me choose something that is really worth looking into, and I will try to check that with you also. So again, try your best to send me the answers as fast as possible. Okay. Okay, then take care. Thank you, Tego.
Bye.
Bye-bye.